All right, I'm reading the first chapter of my book, just making it available if anyone's interested. Hopefully you guys like it. I will try to leave a link in the description below. It's titled The FBI's Dark Secret. Subtitle, A Witness of Betrayal and Deceit by the BB. I'm Josh Keith, the author and narrator. Introduction. Are you looking for a perfectly typed story with proper grammar and speech? This book ain't it. Also, some names and identifying details have been redacted or changed. Stories have been edited for clarity to be made easier to understand by the general public. In some instances, dates, names, or geological locations have been redacted or altered, and some events have been fabricated. Any and all correlation from this book to real life is merely coincidental and from the imagination/opinion of the author. This is strictly a fictional book for entertainment purposes only. I'm Josh Keith, and I approve this message. Chapter 1. Critical mass. A noun in physics, a measurable point in which a reaction becomes self-sustaining or self-increasing without external force. 2. When something reaches the threshold of its limits. U.S. Forces, April 9th, 2019, 1500 hours. A low wind was blowing in the single digits as 40 men on hazard pay entered the building. Every hand was covered by black nitrile gloves. 6 unmarked dark SUVs stood outside, windows and windshields of bullet-resistant glass. The cars were parked at a crazy angle, engines aimed at the suspect's home. Overhead, 2 Apache helicopters were noisily hovering, recording, and gathering intel. Inside the walls, men were collecting phones, notepads, cash, guns, anything that might convince a jury. Floors were ripped up, walls were broken in, locks destroyed, computers, iPads, laptops, watches, cameras, papers, everything, and I mean everything, was taken. We're not going to have another 9/11 or Boston Marathon. We won't let it happen. Yelling erupts. Clear out, clear out, clear out. Every person in there knew exactly what to do next. Stop what you are doing and seek and utilize cover. Like roaches exposed to the light we scattered, escaping the home in seconds. The radio chirps up. Bomb squad team lead, do you copy? In a down-pitched voice command. A calm voice replies, what's going on down there? Possible IED near a load-bearing wall. The team lead knows the voice on the radio and knows he wouldn't call unless he was sure. Is the area clear? It's by an elementary that's been canceled today. All men are accounted for. Neighbors have been evacuated. Increase the perimeter to a safe distance. I'll meet everyone at headquarters. To be brief, maintain radio silence. I will jam all bandwidths. Do you copy? Copy. Out. 6 hours later, a robot approaches the entrance. Men were packed in close around the live feed monitor. 3 screens display real-time feeds. Thick tent walls block out all natural light. Men enter. A man enters, his eyes adjusting to the dim command center, his head tilting to scan for possible dangers in the corner, or for an unholstered weapon. He's not concerned, but there are men 6 feet under that skip this step shortly before they experienced a gruesome death. A trained habit has proven useful in his career. The smell of sweat and old takeout permeated the air. The nerd with the controller gets a dump of adrenaline to his stomach when a man shouts out, "That's it," pointing out a solidified white powder in a Ziploc baggie. With a light brown tinted swirl, the option to burn the house down was heavily considered, but later rejected. A new member of the task force spoke up to his commander. I noticed 4 blue 55-gallon drums in the garage. The commander turned his head slowly to the young agent in the international expression for what the... He saw the new guy's face and closed his mouth and narrowed his eyes. We are looking for an explosives expert who has already made more powerful explosives in a tent than we have in our military. We've heard from multiple sources that he might be running black ops under the radar, and you saw the damage that first charge caused in the yard. Why didn't you say something earlier? Him and his family are LDS, explains the young agent. What does that mean? It means the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. No, he yells. What does it matter that they are Mormon? Mormons are survival fanatics, prepared people. Almost every Mormon household has enough food, water, shelter, first aid, and supplies to protect it. Water's pretty important, too. The next time you see a threat to me or my men, interrupts the officer, don't be afraid to mention it. Yes, sir. The man directly in front of the screen said, we have placed a saline charge and got a sample we can send to the lab. The lab geek was all too excited to explain the latest billion-dollar machine on chemical analysis, and when the sample was run, it was recorded, then retested to verify no leftover residue would give a false read. The lab prints the results out and hands them to the assistant director in charge. He scans the results and laughs before handing it to the bomb squad team lead. You're sure we got the right house? Pull another sample. Yep. The paper was passed around to everyone in the tent. Smiles start wrinkling their eyes and showing teeth. The paper reads C12H22O11, sucrose, also known as table sugar.